Hello everyone, welcome back to the Minute Tech YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review slash rant slash just showing you how I clean PCBs. Because I've had a few questions about the ultrasonic cleaning. There's nothing real special outside of ultrasonic cleaners. The big thing that I've learned about these ultrasonic cleaners is don't get little piss boogers like these that are 100 watts. These are great for jewelry, rings. If you have electric shaver, you can stick it in there and cleans the blades. It's good for just general small household item cleaning. I would never buy this for a shop, a garage, or circuit board cleaning whatsoever. It just does not have the juice to do it. It'll sit there and do nothing and make angry ultrasonic noises at you and not clean your circuit boards or your carburetor parts. It's too small. It just doesn't have the power to actually cut through the grind. That said, the small one I have here is only 1.5 liter. It's not that big. This big one here is a 200 watt 6 liter. These are a lot better. I still feel like a higher wattage would be even better yet, because my boards do get clean, but it has a hard time. This has a hard time removing water-soluble flux. It doesn't matter what brand. I've tried several brands. It just doesn't like it. Part of that's probably because I'm not using any additives or cleaners inside this right now. I have a few ordered to test certain ones, but PCB cleaning liquid for ultrasonic cleaners is kind of a have fun and find out type of a thing. So I haven't found out what I like, and I haven't found out what works in a good way yet. So I won't give opinion on those yet. Today I'm just going to be cleaning with just straight distilled water. For cleaning my PCBs, I normally set this to 6cc because this damn thing will never reach 6cc. It'll top at 50. This has been on for over an hour and a half now, heating up. The room temperature in here is right around 22°C. So it has considerably went above room temperature. Fahrenheit, by the way, that's about 71. Fahrenheit room temperature. So it is quite a bit hotter. It would definitely burn the hell out of your fingers, but it's not getting to the temperature I want it to be. It just struggles getting up to temperatures above 50°C. It is what it is. Even then, while it's heating up, if you want to expedite it heating up, you need to open it up and have something you can mix it around with. There's no water circulation in these ultrasonic cleaners, so they just generally take forever because it's depending on the natural convection of the liquid inside to heat up all the liquids. You mix them up, they heat faster. For myself, I might end up making a little magnetic thingy-mabobby with two little stirring motors on top just so it heats up faster, but I don't know. I don't need to overcomplicate things more than I need to already. So generally, I keep the lid on while it's heating up because it helps trap some of the heat. I'll set that aside somewhere. There we go. So, something you need to know about these larger Vevor ultrasonic cleaning units is they have a drill spout, emptying spout on the side. It's normally about a 1/2 inch to 3/16 ball valve with a cheap hose. The hose it comes with is cheap and I don't like it, and they gave me the wrong size fittings for that, for the ball valve too. So that's a double bonus of this unit is the hose fitting for the hose was just wrong. So that was pretty cool. Outside of that, it comes with a nice little stainless steel basket for ultrasonic cleaning. And it comes with the normal basket for inside. I am running just straight distilled water in here right now. I have been experimenting between distilled and reverse osmosis, like 7-stage reverse osmosis water. Both work extremely well in circuit boards. The big thing is you just need to make sure you dry your circuit boards properly. That's the whole big one there. I'm not going to make any suggestions on that because everyone has their own opinions of how to do this stuff. And what I found is no one is completely correct, and everyone's doing it right within their own right to do it right. They have their own processes. Now, this 6-liter unit specifically, this side over here, about a quarter of this unit is completely stinking useless. The ultrasonic modules, there's 3 of them inside. There's one like about here, one here, and one here. But the entirety of this side where the port comes up from the bottom of the tank to empty it out, there is just no ultrasonic. There's no piezo. There's nothing to create ultrasonic sounds on this side of the tank. So it cleans much better on this side of the tank than this side of the tank. So typically I will put it on this side of the tank. I sometimes will do this 2 to 3 times, no matter how I'm feeling. I'm looking like I think I have some temperature problems right now, but I will have to address that later. But this is one of my PCBs. I do not have any of the hand soldering done on it yet. I always do a preliminary run to get rid of all of the solder from reflowing all the parts on here, just because it makes the hand soldering easier, and then they'll go back in the bath. So typically what I do for cleaning is I will put them in components facing down towards the ultrasonic cleaning. It'll clean all the junk off of them. If there's any material on the back, I will take one of my ESD brushes. Doesn't need to be an ESD brush, but they're clean and they can handle the temperatures, which is why I use them. I'll scrub off anything that sticks to the back, and then I will I'll do the front for about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, or at least until I see all the flux is gone. And then I'll do the back lightly to get rid of the flux inside, the little cavities and stuff here in the back, on the pads in the back. And I will do that, and that's about it. For the 6-liter, for the PCBs I have here, I normally get to clean only about 10 panels worth of my PCBs per 6 liters of water before the water is basically unusable. Audio warning, this might script audio. So outside of the loud annoying beep, which is not that bad, I can understand if you work in a garage or something, you might like it. I personally don't care, and I kind of want it quieter though. But typically I just leave them in here for about 30 seconds or so. Sometimes a full minute, matter how bad it is. Some of the boards I did tonight, I was messing around with my refill oven, some temperatures a little bit. I'm probably going to have to go through and resolder some components, mostly some of my Molexes. I noticed I melted some of them, a little too much temperature exposure by accident. It's my bad. So I will now take this out, look at it. By the way, these silicone masks for like bartending and stuff are great for this work. So I can see that all my components are clean, the flux is off the board, and that's all it really took. Like I said, I would like an additive solvent for removing flux for ultrasonic cleaners, but I just haven't found a brand or any good suggestions that are meaningful online yet. So, like I said, I purchased a few and I'm just going to experiment. These Vevor units are nice and all. You can set a duty cycle for a timer on how long the ultrasonic cleaning keeps going, but that will not turn off the temperature. The temperature will just stay constant. It is what it is with that. Now, the reason why I like putting my components face down, and some people might be like, oh, it's going to damage it. Well, yeah, it's not going to damage any of the components I'm using. It might damage some of the components you're using. The reason why I like putting it face down, because if any of these didn't properly flow and solder, they'll actually fall off into the bottom of the ultrasonic cleaner. And it's a good sign you have flow problems or problems with your paste. Stuff like that, because it's not flowing onto the board and soldering correctly. Now, I do give these kind of a visual once-over before even putting them in here. But you should do that to begin with. Just a general check, because if you need to reflow it, It's better reflow of some that baked on flux on there still and adding more flux than what it is cleaning it and then trying to add additional flux and blah 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 blah. I prefer just trying to reflow first over completely cleaning before reflowing. Last board. I only did 4 panels tonight. I normally do 8 to 16 panels a night, but I am out of USB-C ports until next week or so. So I'm only doing these 4. Normally it's a lot more than that. Now, you can either dab these off with a paper towel or a cloth or something. At least in my case, because none of this is really ESD needed. You don't got to worry about anti-static or anything ruining these things. Sometimes if I'm impatient and I need them now, I will. My PCB oven has a constant temperature setting, and I will set it to that and use the constant temperature setting to bake the boards dry. A lot of times I will let these set for almost an entire week in a nice warm room for them to dry off, and then put them in the oven for, I don't know, 5 to 10 minutes at a very low temperature just to make sure all the moisture is baked off of them. And I haven't had a problem with that, but that's the process I've been going through. Like I said, right now I'm having some weird uneven heat issues with my oven. I'm going to be looking into that. I have a good idea what it is. It has to do with my ventilation drawing too much air through the oven. The PCB oven I have really prefers passive convection for getting the solder fumes out and not an active fan, and I need to work on that a little bit. But yeah, these ultrasonic cleaners are nice. The heater in them is very pitiful. Like I said, it takes forever for these dang things to heat up. Turn on at least an hour to 2 hours before you even freaking need to use it, especially if you want it to be a hotter temperature, because otherwise it's just you're gonna have a cold bath. Outside of that, scrubbing them out, cleaning it, all that stuff is good and all. I prefer to, like now since there is, let me take off my gloves, well, one of my gloves so I can show you a little bit better here. You can see the water in here is kind of yellow now. There's also, I don't know how well the camera will show it, but there's pieces of unused solder paste and all that type of stuff that came off those boards. You know, little particulates that didn't flow properly, because, you know, there's always going to be that. There's always going to be that. Just remember that matter on what solder you're using, whether it's tin only or, well, lead free, or if it's leaded. I suggest having ultrasonic cleaner just for your soldering work. Don't do anything else in it because of contamination. Doesn't matter if it's lead free or not. Flux is still a nasty thing, and you don't want the contamination from the inside of this. No matter how well you clean it, it's going to be contaminated. So keep it to your PCBs, keep it to your soldering cleaners. Don't be like cleaning it and then put your jewelry in here to clean it afterwards, because then you're wearing it and God knows what type of chemical residue you're putting on your jewelry, even though you cleaned this. I don't trust you can completely clean the stainless and the stuff that was in it. It's better just to have one dedicated to this. This unit's like $87 for that price. If you wanted one for PCB cleaning and one for your garage, just buy 2 of them. Like, don't get multiple. Like, get multiples. Don't use the same one for different types of contamination. It's just, I really don't see a point of doing it. I find it actually pretty dang pointless. Cross-contaminating everything. I had that at the edge of the table. That was almost bad and funny. But yeah, outside of that, I'm going to let you all go. That's just how I clean my circuit boards and PCBs. Sorry for the 15 minute rant. I'll see you all later.